Welcome to the channel. Today we're at the 2022 Fall Farm Consignment Auction in Somerset, Kentucky. The auction is going to happen here in about another 7 days. I'll bring you all along and see what kind of things we can find during this auction. If you like the channel content, take a moment to stop, pause, and reach down and hit that subscribe button to help us grow. Thank you.
Pretty Ford truck.
Ford 9000, unit number 762. Trailer is separate. Wet line. The auction this time is so big they've actually opened up their lower lot. You can see everything else out here. We'll go through it all. Another Kawasaki Mule. Let's say 670. Fuel tanks, homemade grader blades. Wow, legit homemade. Look at that. Everything homemade, welded all together on it. Whatever sells, I reckon. If you've never seen one, this is a carousel cup setter for setting tobacco or any other plug type plant. Comes with the wasp nest included. We used to have one of those right before we quit doing tobacco. We used it for a year or two, I think. Never did get it quite straightened out. Set of John Deere plows. Actually look to be in pretty good shape. Front edges need to be replaced.
They're a plow.
John Deere, here's the serial number. Something 0045. A0045. An old antique sprayer with a stainless tank on it. Tail liner 273. A little bit of rust on the side over here. Been painted before, you can see over the tag. What's the knotters look like?
They're worn.
There's a lot of wear on some of them. Good and shiny. She's been used recently.
Right there where the string is pretty used.
A lot of new stuff at this auction this year, I noticed. Newer cars, brand new wagons. There's a ton of Gator made, Gator Tough, and whatever other brand they are, wagons and trailers here, brand new they brought into the auction this year. Well, the interior is actually pretty good.
$29,150.
29,150 miles. This is Old Southern States fertilized lime truck. Low miles. Powertrain's probably excellent, but the frame is almost gone in pieces. When I ran a field service truck for the cat dealership, this is the same type of chassis it was on. Bad shape. The 63's got a longer hood on it, doesn't it?
This is the size that we had when it got burned. 64.
Chevrolet C60, 1964 model with 74,000 miles on it. Has it got scissor dump on it?
Well, I don't know.
It's got a hinge pin back there, so she must be scissor dump. No, she's bolted together.
Oh man, it looks pretty good.
It's bolted together, but it's still got the PTO on it. Oh, no, and there's the dump cylinder. I think this camper's been here 2 or 3 times too. This is the first day it's actually been open. Smells clean. Looks clean.
41 footer.
41 foot, big master bed, bath.
3 slides, 2 air conditioners.
This is a house, this ain't a camper.
Fireplace. Electric fireplace.
Just take off the carpet. Dining room slide. Kitchen slide. Probably a bedroom slide also. International 550 manure spreader, another little giant, maybe hay elevator. We used to have an elevator. More similar to the little giant that was down over there. Combine head for the 1460 combine. Idea 2-row corn picker. This would be something I'd be interested in. Some new fingers on it. Conveyor is still intact. What do you think about that one? Conveyor is intact. Got a bunch of new fingers on it. Central Motor Company out of West Somerset. Alice Chalmers. Good looking wagon. Full behind green bean picker. Full picks for beans. Pixall Corporation out of Wisconsin. One row at a time. Combine head, another one I would assume for the 1460. There's a John Deere 535 baler. I think there's 3 of them at this auction. There's a corn head. 535 is the baler that we use on our farm. Big rear axle. DT 436 engine and a 1460. Are these 23 126 tires? No, 30.5 32, same size as my John Deere. Ah, good old musty cab smell. Your hydrostatic controls, monitor up there. All your instrumentation. How many hours are on this one? 1,857 according to that. Reminds me of the John Deere unit we used to have. A little girl still wanting a little tractor. These are 2 of the candidates I'm looking at.
What's the Ford?
Oh, the Cubs.
Cubs? I was looking at
no breather on them. This one's got a breather. She ain't much better shape though. Lord, truly, them will go cheap.
Oh, he changed this over.
Shifter on this one feels very gritty, like it's water and rust in it. The other shifter is wore slap out. Ford 5000. Be a good tractor, cleaned up, fixed the leaks on it. Homemade front end. Look at the slop in this bad boy. Shoo, Lord. Homemade front end. If it's broken, they repaired it. Pull tractor candidates right here, folks. John Deere 4030 with the 329, another International 856, and then the 4040 down here with the 359 motor. 4040 with a bad clutch. Not ran in a while. Quad range. Rotted cab.
Plate's gone. It's been painted over and you can't make nothing out.
No plate. Hydraulic 3-point. John Deere 7130 with the 673 loader. This tractor was already pretty high too. What I'd do to get a cab tractor though. Pretty clean. And here is a clone to my tractor, 856 Farmall, but this one's not a custom. Which means this should have a bigger fuel tank, dual remotes, more lights. But still a running DT407. Worth the money alone. Wore out tires, long bar, short bar. Factory dual remotes, not added on like mine. And the factory PTO lever also, where mine was cut through. Axle housing's leaking. Twin PTO. This tractor has been sitting for a while. Look at that. Moss growing up on the fender wells, tires dry rotted. Interesting. I like to step on it. Seems like there's more room in this cab than on mine. Heater box still intact, throttle. Let's see if she'll start. Good sounding tractor. 856 runs, sounds good, takes all gears. Serial number 8219 S-Y 856D. Next candidate is a 4030 John Deere. Dad's already started it up and it sounded pretty good too. It's got a 329 in it, I think. Long bar, short bars on it. What size? 34? 34s, 18434s. Let's see if it's power shift or quad. Quad range. Oh, battery tray's loose. 1530 serial number. John Deere 4030. 34-inch rubber, wore out. Looks like a 4430 rear end. Smaller draft arms. Mismatched tires, dry rotted. Motor looks clean, but looks like it's been hot at one time. Look at that ground lug on the side of the block. One filter. Small pump. Should still have the same pump as all the rest of them. It does. Very common pump for John Deere's. Good looking tractor. That's a Minneapolis Moline something star. Huh? Yeah, 4-cylinder gas. I've already looked it up on that one. I already see right off, manifold is rotted. Tried been patched on before. Can't get parts for Molines hardly. Serial number 103-02946, model 165A on the Moline tag for the engine. What do they call these, Jet Stars? Can't remember what they had that listed as. Buckeye tractor. Small rubber. Look at that big block cover plate on the side of that engine. Stamped metal, not cast. 3-point piston. Rock shaft arms leaking. External pump. Cheap horsepower. The whole side panels come off. Allis-Chalmers sold that off as a design plus ahead of the competition to make your tractor easier to maintain. This one was a enclosed cab tractor with air. But it is not enclosed cab now. The hour meter shows 7,229 hours. Rough old girl. International payloader. Got an international engine, 414 or 436, I'd imagine, for the age. Pins are all welded on. I'd say they're a war slap out. Cylinders leaking. Oh, 165. There it breaks. 801 Power Master diesel. I was looking at buying one of these the other day that was junked out. I'm not sure, but I think these are just a gas engine converted to diesel, and they said they had trouble with the crankshafts on the early ones. There were updates done to them, and there's serial numbers on the block that you can look at to determine if the update was done to it. You recognize the diesels because of the external breathing. Here's a white 6105 cab tractor. This one's going fairly high already too. It comes with a loader. That'd be a Westendorf. Yeah, Westendorf loader. There's the frame and the stuff to go with it. Tall rubber 18438s. Spare parts in the cab. Fairly modern cab. 3 joysticks. This tractor has 4,651 hours on it. 1,000 RPM, quick release on the 3 points, dual PTO, 3 points intact, dual remotes. Deere 5245 cab tractor. PTO, hollow PTO shaft. I don't know if that's to save on material. 3 remotes. Drop box. Axle housings, look at that. I wonder if you could rotate them and increase the height of the tractor then. Wouldn't see why not. Make a high crop out of it. Did you say this is the same silage chopper that we've got?
No.
What is this one?
3970.
3970, newer one. Short deck for a trailer. I'm also looking at this, if it goes cheap enough. Put this behind in front of that Allis-Chalmers silage wagon. Be a great setup for farm day. Let's see what the blades look like. Yeah, we can't. They broke down. That'd burn it. Well, the blades don't look too bad. I've been used in a while. Been broken too before, but that's just on the top cover. Last time I was here, it was the same way. There's a ton of hay balers here, which makes you wonder, it being fall cutting time for the second cutting, why people ain't got these balers out in the field using them. There are 3 535 balers here at this auction I mentioned earlier. Here's one behind me, and up here is another one. And the first one is over 2 or 3 rows over. Now here's what I was talking about, all the new trailers at this auction. The whole row of Gator made trailers. Surely to goodness they're not going to get more money out of auction out of trailers than they would selling it outright. But they do out of the lumber, so it's untelling. Is that a 1 row?
Yep.
1 row corn? Is that a picker or a chopper?
Chopper.
1 row chopper. Maybe that'd be a good one for farm show day. Huh? Heston. Don't see that around here very often. Heston 7020. One row chopper. Looks like it does have a blower on it. Gotta be careful. Some old corn solids choppers didn't even have a blower on them. You just had to keep good speed and going through and keep it fed fast enough, and if you didn't, it'd stop up. You had to stop, go out and dig it all back out and start again. Big international truck, probably got a Cummins motor down in it. Long chassis, grain bed. Let's see if we can peek and see. No, it has got a V8 Detroit in it. Look at that. No, V6 Detroit. Screaming Jimmy, 318 of it. I need something I can pull that big 40-foot gooseneck I've got, and that's why I'm looking for trucks like this. I want to take a truck like this and find a crew cab or put a sleeper on it, and then make me a long-distance hauler so I can start hauling tractors to tractor pulls and tractor shows like the Half a Century of Progress and 100 Years of Horsepower. I'd love to lay plow on the dirt at one of those two shows. Here's another truck I was looking at. I think this one's diesel, maybe even 466, but I can't remember. 1985 model. Pop the hood latch over, Dad. This 1900 International, 1985 model with a flatbed on it.
Hey, darn.
Roll him back. Most likely a DT466. Valve cover looks too long to be a DT360. Plus it doesn't have, well, it's still got a P pump. This would be the kind of truck that I'm looking for. I wish it had the newer style axles under it instead of the old Dayton's. Power steering pump, air brakes too. Look at that. No intercooler. Clean engine bay. See what the inside looks like. Somebody's done a spray bomb paint job on it. Good tires on the back for farm. Interior is pretty clean too. It's been painted up. Single speed trans, no 2-speed rear. Interesting. I wish I'd have made a video years ago, but the old military trailer here, I bought one of them years ago along with the deuce and a half. Took the bed off the deuce and a half, put the military bed on it, chopped the frame, took one axle out of it, and then raised the truck 8 inches and put 53-inch tires on it. Had tons and tons of labor tied up in it, but God, it was a mean looking truck. Here's something else I want to bid on. This is a disc plow. Still mounts up on 3-point, but instead of having your regular plow faces and plow bottoms, you got a rotating disc. The old 560 that my dad cut his teeth on had one like this. More trucks for candidates for pulling my trailer. Here's a Ford L8000. I think it's got a decent engine in it, but I think it was going high. I know I saw some pictures that the hood's busted up on it. And I can't tell what it's got in it. Maybe a Cummins, unless it's got that Ford 8.2 in it. Here's a GMC with an Isuzu diesel in it, which I would imagine is an early Duramax. Let's see what's in it. No, actually, it's got a pretty good size engine in it. 2008 model. Got a big engine in it. I don't know what that is. The keys are in it. Automatic. Oh, sounds like a big engine. Air brakes, low air pressure, engine lights on. Good oil pressure, if it's right. Air is building up on the primary. Snowplow truck. Good sounding truck. Actually, look at that one. Oh, nope. Never mind. I see Tier 4 stuff. Or Tier 4 interim. Scratch that. Here's one for you mechanics. Look at this beefy outfit. A monstrous cherry picker. Engine hoist, trans hoist. Anything you want to pick up, boys, that you can get the legs around. Here's a little carry-all I'm going to try and watch two I've got on my watch list. And be handy on a little bitty cub or for tractor shows. Here's a beefy looking mower. Look at that. Wow, that is heavy gauge. There's a cup setter, a carousel setter here, then here's your traditional finger style setter. You sit down in the seat with your plants right here, and as these chains come over, you got to lay the backup plant right here in it. Make sure you didn't catch your finger in it. And that moves non-stop when you're setting tobacco. Bad memories and good memories. Over here is a trailer that I really wanted instead of the gooseneck that I got. I got two step deck or drop deck trailers. This one actually has ramps on it where you can load up the top deck. You got big heavy ramps for the back. You gotta be a man to load those around. And there's another step deck over here. But this one I did notice. It's got a lot of degradation on the frame, but it still looks like it's in pretty good shape though. I like the beam on this one better. Yeah, that's a better trailer. This thing got the pop-up jacks in it. Pop-up ramps. Let's see what this one is. What does that say? 81? 820? No, what is that? Can't make that out. GAWR is 2280. Big trailer. Now that, and it's got a dovetail rear end on it, is the trailer I want to pull tractors with. Well, that's it for the fall auction, folks. Thanks for coming along with me. Like I said earlier, take a moment and stop, pause, and hit that subscribe button to help us grow. We're getting ever so close to 1,000 subscribers. They have a winter auction. You'll see me back here again for the winter 2022 auction. Could be winter 2023 auction, I don't know. But thanks for coming along with me, and hit that subscribe button, like and share. Thank you all.